awesome song. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to share a little bit of our culture with you. As I may mention earlier, we have Mr. Sam and Miko Sampson here to share their championship style with us. They represent the Seneca and Muskogee Creek Nations. At this time, I'm going to turn the microphone over to them.
Nawe, hello. Henche, Nawe Skano. My name is Sam Soji Sampson, or Sam for short. This is my brother, Lumpy Miko Sampson, and we are the Sampson Brothers. We do hoop dancing, performances, specialty dance for numerous acts, as my buddy Joaquin explained. But this last week, we had the honor and opportunity to work with some of the youth around these communities. And we worked extensively with them on the hoop dance, specifically like the meaning of the hoops, the construction of the hoops. And so we have a few of our students here with us to perform with us in this first song that we're going to do for you. And I'll explain real briefly a little bit about the hoop dance. So the hoop dance comes to represent like how everything is connected, that we are all related, that we're all part of this earth. And if any one of us is not a part of that circle, the hoop is broken. And as humans, we have the ability to mend that hoop, to recreate those connections, so we bring the circle back full forth again. And these youth kind of represent that, as they're going to be the next generation of hoop dancers that will carry on these stories, and then they can tell their stories. So as these young people get set up here, we're going to do a little demonstration for you of what they've learned from us so far. And then it's such a pleasure to share this dance with these youth. Oh, as we're performing this dance for you, if you see something you like, as dancers and performers, we like energy and crowd participation, so if you see something you like, don't be afraid to applause as we do this dance for you guys. Thank you.
All right, how about that? Round of applause for these young guys. This is their first performance out in public. Takes a lot of guts to get out there and show what you got. And we really appreciate you guys giving the energy that these kids need to continue. The confidence that they get, that they derive from this is huge. Cannot speak enough to the volume that it's helping them expand their minds and their potential. So, this next number, what we're gonna do is a spoken word piece. My father was a very prolific man, not only in my life, but probably in the world's life, and world history, for one reason in particular. Native Americans have always been portrayed as a stagnant people of the past. There's over 565 different nations in North America alone, and so for us to be categorized as one people is very ignorant. My father set out to change that stereotype and change that narrative, and for once in a movie in Hollywood, the biggest culprit of those stereotypes, my father had the right opportunity to make a change. And for once in a movie, a Native American was portrayed as a human being, as a person that was capable of love, fear, anger, compassion for his fellow man. And that's something that he did in that film, and he took that opportunity and he soared with it, because now people recognize indigenous people as human beings, of course, as opposed to heathens or savages. We are here, we are still alive, we have our own means of telling our own stories, so here we are doing just that. With these students, hoop dancing is that very thing, a storytelling dance, and they had a chance to share their story with you. Now, you are a part of their story. Inevitably, we are all part of this bigger story. So, and if you guys were curious what movie that I was talking about, my father is Will Sampson Jr. He was Chief Bromden in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And yeah, round of applause, thank you. So that film forever changed history, because for once, a Native American was a human being. As a matter of fact, I feel like he was the hero of that movie. I don't know if you guys watched that. But the book itself was actually about the Native characters. So here again, we have the problem of other people telling our stories for us. All right? So, I wrote this poem about my father, and I never thought I would share it with anybody, let alone the world. Until one day I met a rapper from Sichangu Lakota people from Rosebud, South Dakota. And he was a rapper already, and I was like, yo man, this is my chance. I got a poem, maybe I can get a feature, you know, get a side track, a bonus track or something. Anyways, so I told him this poem, and he says, yo man, that was really cool, but could you read it again? I was like, why? He says, I want you to read it slower. I said, okay, all right. So I read it one more time, and I read it really slow, and he says, no, I want you to read it slower, and I want you to read it to this. Can we get I know this man.
He sings
yet I cannot hear. And he dances, yet I cannot see. If only I could hold his hand, his enormous, embracing hand, and rejoice together under the endless shower of twinkling starlight. Starlight, starlight, starlight. Last night, I saw this star. This star winked at me and made me shiver. Just then, a brisk black breeze gave a voice to the trees, and the tallest pine seemed to lean and whisper. I know this man. This man is a younger me. My father had spoken to me. Bristles in the trees, I can hear it clear as day. He said to me, he said, son, there's gonna come a time and a place where the world must face a challenge like never in existence. It's here and now, and the sad thing is, we know who did the bad thing is, and they're staring in that muddy reflection. I don't say it just for mine, but I say it for you and yours protection. You got a job on this earth, you're a part of this world, and it's hard, but it's worth it. We're all one human race. Time to get with the pace and start healing these once beautiful nations. Wado, Yahweh, thank you. So, thank you guys very much for entertaining us as an audience. I never thought I would share that song with anybody, let alone the world. And that was my brother Sam Soji on the flute. Yeah, he did pretty good. Alright. So this next piece that's going to happen is something that I derived in my travels throughout my experience as a hoop dancer, and I've had the opportunity to be a part of a core dancer in a contemporary indigenous dance company. This company is called Dancing Earth, and they're based out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. And we are a premier, entirely indigenous from the root to the very tip, contemporary dance company. And this is something that I derived while in my time with Dancing Earth. So I want to share this piece with you guys. Just a fun fact, most hoop dancing that you will see, as you noticed in our first demonstration, the hoop dancers start by laying their hoops on the ground, pick them up with their feet, and use them to create different things that you see in nature. They tell a story of literally how all things are connected. And so this solo piece that I'm going to do for you guys is more or less a continuation of this story. Something that I see what we're all in the middle of right now. A lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil, a lot of healing that needs to be done that we don't necessarily know where to turn to except inside. We can all find that golden moment of change right inside of ourselves, and it's up to us to make that difference. So I'm gonna put my hoops on, Sam's gonna get this flute ready, and we're gonna show you guys a solo piece in reverse.
Yahweh, Mado, many Mados, thank you. So that was a solo piece choreographed by my brother here for a dance here show, so it was a very fun piece to perform. For our last number here, we're going to bring out Miko's son, Loja. It's right there. And we're going to do a synchronizer routine that our family is very well known for. Like many times when you see hoop dancers, they're always performing by themselves, and like we're one of the very few families that perform as a team. So when we perform the hoop dance, we have all our family members do it. So me and my brother learned this hoop dance about 28 years ago. Time flies. So me and my brother learned first, and then we taught our mother and our younger sister how to hoop dance, and in turn we've taught the grandchildren how to dance too. So we all dance together. So we're gonna set this up for you, and we're gonna perform a little Samson hoop dance special for you. So.
Oh man, we want to say thank you to Sam and Miko Sampson. That was awesome. Oh man, that's some top-notch dancing right there.
We just want to say thank you, especially Nyawa and Mado, Miigwich, Padamia, all you guys that came out. You guys, thank you guys so much for watching and encouraging these young ones. This is much, much more than I could ever give them by myself. You guys were just as much a part of this as we were, and a part of that lesson in hoop dancing is that we're all a part of this world, and we're all in it together. So we need each other, all right? Let's think about that a little bit more, all right? We need each other. All right, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Mado.